Alright, welcome back everyone. This is my work progress so far. If you're new here, I buy these little sets, models, and mechanical kits and whatnots and build them step by step in real time so you can see all my successes and failures, and then usually how I fix my failures. Makes things a little more interesting. This is, I was pleased with how this one turned out. This box here is a little loose, but it's not falling out, so I'm not gonna tempt fate by messing around with it. I think I was really pleased how this one turned out. I don't know if it shows on camera or not really, but the cookie jar here, it looks like the lid's off, so somebody's had their hand in there. And that was our checkout counter where I put the menu on upside down. There was no fixing that failure, but that's going to be sort of hidden. I think all these pieces really did turn out looking good. I may try and do some twisting on these flowers pointed a little bit, after the fact. I don't think I'll try and do it because it's a little bit touchy there. And I had so much trouble with this gumball machine. I'm glad that it has turned out fairly solid, and I think the platform and everything on it looks really good. As far as today goes, this should be, unless I totally flub everything up, should be probably the shortest actual video I've made because there's not much meat on this bone. It's pretty much just putting a wall together, putting a window on, and gluing everything in place, and there's only, 5, 7, maybe 8 pieces total right now. Well, 10 if you count the window. But like I say, this should be a short video, so we will roll with that. See how that works out, if the shorter form is better for me. Of course, if I keep babbling like this, it'll be just as long anyway. But without any further ado, we're up to page, I forgot what page we're up to. This will be page 12. So I'll grab all those pieces and get them ready, and we'll be right back with page 12. Okay, this is all we really need for page 12. We will end up using the base at the end, but I'm going to do things a little out of order from what the book says. The book says to put this all together and mount it in place, but I'm going to assemble the back wall first, mainly because I'm going to use the corner clamps to do it, and I don't have clearance on this window if I put that frame on. But let's say my general, want to make sure the rounded part is on the same, the hole goes at the top with the rounded part. So I want to make sure I get those oriented thus. So that one's going to go in there, and this one in over here. That's okay. And sort of snug that down, not really tight, but just enough to know. And I think I'm off with just a hair. Well, I'll get these guys hopefully lined up where we get a good solid connection back here. So let's see how this goes. I'll get them lined up first, and then I'll worry about the. Like that. I'm surprised it went in that close, that close together that quickly. It never does that. And then I got another one to go on top. Unwind it a little bit. I should be able to get them there. Let's see, I'm just cinch them down. Let's see how things look. So we get good. It's actually lined up really nice. I say it never lines up that good for me on the first try, so I'm shocked and amazed by that. Let's see, that's well within tolerance for me, so I'm going to twist this one down just a little bit more, make sure it's good and snug, and then pop this one just a couple of turns to let it loosen out. Okay, there we go. And I'm pretty sure I didn't look I didn't mark where the hole was either. Can't see it now. Okay. So, okay, there's my hole. So, back in there, tight. And I'm gonna hopefully to avoid that happening again. Okay, now decide which glue I want to use. Which one's I think is gonna be the strongest and best to give me time to line up. I think I'm gonna go with the old Beacon 3-in-1. It dries pretty quick, and it's got some flexibility, so I can move around, wobble it around a little if I need to. So, I think seems like it's got a fairly clean nozzle at this point. Okay. Okay, so that's my top part. So it goes in like this. So give me a solid bead there. And then come back through, line up, and cinch it down. Yeah, I think so. And I'm even gonna do a little bead through here, inside. It's sort of like a caulk thing. Hopefully just do a little reinforcing. And hope it doesn't look too bad. That doesn't look too good down there in that corner. So, spread you out a little bit maybe. Yeah, I think that's going to be okay. That stuff dries pretty clear. Okay, and I'm just going to set that aside like so over here and let that dry for a bit. Clean out my nozzle here. Vacuum and pull it back in. Okay, now on this piece, it's supposed to take our little doily lace thing, go right along that cross member. And what I'm going to do is glue it on, let that dry, and then cut it off. Because I hope that works better. So, a little chance to get a little more messy with this one. I think I may regret it, but I'm going to go with the old Gorilla Super Glue on this. See how that, let's say I don't have hardly any luck at all with fabric gluing, so, and this seems to be got some contaminant in there. Okay, try that again, clean that off. Alright, so just run me a line all the way across, hopefully. And then on there. Well, it seems to be sticking. Okay. Now, this and my X-Acto knife. Never done this, so I hope it works right, like I'm planning it to. I don't think it's working like I was planning it to. Okay. Plan B. Get my scissors out and right over to the edge. Okay. Okay. Alright, that's better. I thought that X-Acto knife would just slice right through there. I may need a new blade. But, okay, so that's ready to install on my wall, but the wall is not ready to be installed upon because I'm going to let that glue dry for a bit. I want to give that at least a good 20 or 30 minutes. Anyway, that size of a joint. Yeah, that's the word. So I'm going to let it do its thing, and I'll be right back with the hopefully run at the conclusion of this thing. So, all right. Okay, it's been at least 20 or 30 minutes, and that feels dry, and the little bits coming out here feel dry enough. So let's see what happens when I take these off. Upside down here. It's hanging on more than I want it to. Okay. Okay. It appears to be maintaining shape, so that's good. So we can install our window. Hopefully I can do this without doing much damage. Let's see. Let's say about like that's going to be the goal. Yeah, that looks pretty good right there to me. I wonder if I can turn it this way. Don't mess up my doily. Okay, so let me turn this one. See if I can put that in the very corner. Does that line everything up everywhere else? I think it does. So that's my plan. Put the glue on, put that in the corner, and yeah. Okay. But I think I'll just stick with the old Gorilla Super Glue. I'm not going to do too much. I'm more, several little dots rather than trying to coat the whole thing, I believe. Fairly cleaned off here. I say just a few dots everywhere. Maybe I should have done the whole thing. Alright, so I'm at two in place and press down. Alright. Alright, I think that keeps our our window in place. That's a little wobbly on the joint, so I'm not going to mess with it too much on that. But okay, and I did, for the record, I did go through one last time and put the batteries in and wire this in officially, and it is a bad LED, or it could be a bad, no, it could possibly be a bad switch, but no light came on, so don't get to enjoy that. But now we got this guy and hole. So that's supposed to go on about like that. Looks like, I think, all the way over against that one. And it's got a little dash line right there to keep us honest. Like that. Alright, so I'll probably have to take another break and get this let this dry too. Just thinking out loud. But okay, but I'm going. Baking 3-in-1's been good today, so I'm just going to keep going with it. So, just got to run a bead there and across. So, I'll do that. A little thin through there, so then across here. Okay, got a little crooked iron at the end, but I'll wiggle it in place. That in there, like I say, a little back and forth to get everything you lined up up against the wall on that one. Here, lined up the little dash line there. Lined up on the back, pretty close. Maybe get that angle, yeah. I say if we had lights, the wiring would run through there to the switch. So I'm glad I didn't cut the switch like that. That's right there, so that makes that solid. Didn't mean to, but sometimes you get lucky. Alright, so that's... Now I'm sort of wondering, can I get away with putting this? I don't think I can, because this one is going to take a little bit of pressure to hold into place, because it doesn't stand up on its own. I'm going to have to push back on the wall on that. So I guess I better let that dry. But you know, at least we're down to that, our gumball machine, our cash register, and our potted plant. Like I said, let me see if I want to sort of see if I can convince these flowers to come a little forward here, or face towards the front. If I can do a little curl on them. They're not being very. Probably take some heat if I really wanted to do it, but it's not crimping over. It might have moved a little bit, so I think. But you know, that was just like an idea I had, sort of make it face forward. But I'm gonna let that glue dry, and then we'll come back and put our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more pieces on, and we'll be done with this thing. And I think I'm still on pace for a really short video. I'm not positive. I forgot how long the first bit was, but it's really coming. And I said I was going to try the dust cover. If I can find that, I'll give that a go too. It's around here somewhere, all the pieces. All right, but anyway, I will, like I say, let this dry, and I'll be right back. Okay, I think... yeah, it seems to be holding up pretty well now, so set that down. And after I dug out the dust cover, I realized we were supposed to leave a little gap over here for the dust cover to slide down in behind there. So I'll still give this a go. I don't think I've ever tried to actually build the dust covers before, so we'll just see how that goes here in a minute. But for right now, I also hope you enjoyed the little short I did of my storage room. It's a very beginning of a work in progress, so that was, you know, I literally just got the shelves, say Monday, and sort of been slowly putting them together. I've got 2 more already bought, and I'll probably pick up a few more. I think I can fit 8 in that room down there, so that's going to be that's my plan for storage in the long term. Okay, yeah, this does just go all the way that it butts into the corner and the back. So, trying to see where the contact gets made. Obviously on the bottom, back here. Of course, it's a little. I think I'm going to go with the glue across this top edge and the bottom, because that does seem to go in pretty flush, but the bottom is kicking out. But that'll be covered up by our gumball machine when that's said and done. So yeah, so that's my plan. Just go over as far as I can and get it flush. And yeah, and I think for this one I'll go back to the B7000. It's a little bit, it's not quite as runny as the Beacon 3-in-1, so I think it'll be good to just be able to lay down a bead, and maybe I'll do a little Beacon. Okay, yeah, as I'm talking, I come up with a new plan. I'm going to do Beacon, if I can get this off the nozzle there. I'm going to do some Beacon on the bottom, and then I'll do the B7000 across that edge there, because Beacon, you'll get a bigger bead of Beacon, so it's sort of make difference for that. What do you call it? The unevenness down there. So while that's there, then just do... I should have left my... I don't know why I took my paper clip off there. Alright. Now just plop you down and plop you over. Alright. Like I say, between the two of them, that should be a pretty good sticky. Alright, and let's see. Bottom of this sits pretty flat, so I think I will stick with the B7000 on the bottom of it. Put the lid back on my beacon before I forget it. Okay. I'll probably use it again before it's said and done. But okay, so now let's do some bunch of dots on there, and just you on that. Okay. Should have put some on the back too, but I'm not gonna undo it to redo that. Then our cash register. It's got the holes in the bottom. Let's see if I can make little blobs on each foot, maybe, since I've got the glue out. Little strings, you go. Best I can see, sort of even with the window here. Flush you up there. Just made a mess of my nozzle there trying to clean it off. Okay, then our baggie, or gift bag is what they're calling it. Just stick with this. Right. Front of our register. Then our plant. All around there. Just sort of goes here. I guess I want to make sure it's back here, because in theory the dust cover is going to go over the plant, so it should be. Get my. There it goes. The lid back on. So hopefully do it like that. Give you a little more wiggle there. All right. So that everything in place. I'll set you over there while I play around with this dust cover a second or three, or until I either mess it up beyond repair or get it built. Let's see, 4 pieces on it, and one of them, okay. So these 3 are the same height anyway. This one shorter, so okay, so must be these 2 are gotta be the sides because they're the same. And you on the top. Okay, so I guess this is gonna be another chance to use my corner clamps. So let's see. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to make sure. Okay, so one is slightly, you can see it right there in the middle, slightly shorter or narrower than the other. So that's the front. Put this on the front. Okay, so I know which one is which, and this, the one that's actually square, is the top. So we need peel back. I'm gonna peel all the way back. I just want enough where I can make along the edge here. I hope just enough where I can make contact with the glue. Back. And actually, grab me a piece of Scotch tape. take that layer down. It's going to be, yeah, that's going to, I guess I should do it at the top and bottom too. That's, just noticed that was going to be an issue with sliding it in and out. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I got that, and that'll go into my slot here, about to in the front. Okay, so the front goes on like that, not like that. So I didn't need to peel that one back. I need to peel this one back. Okay, so that. But I will peel, since I'm going to be putting glue on this, I will peel both sides back a little bit just to make sure I don't glue the doodad in place. Okay, so here's all the way, almost all the way in. You over here, you sort of situated there. Looks pretty close. Like I said, I'm intending to put the glue down this side, so when I mush it in there. Oh. This is the. Up here, it's going to be pretty close. Same thing I did with the wall earlier. And side. So get those all locked in, and there. That's pretty close to a square there. And it looks like I'm going to have room. Trying to think. If I can get one side done, I can drop the top in, then I put the other side on. And that should be stabilized, and everything should stabilize itself that way, right? That's my plan. Okay, so those are sort of in place. So let's take these guys off. Oh, you weren't supposed to come off. I thought I cinched you down. Nope, I guess I didn't. Okay, so. Okay, it's not. Okay, yeah, there it goes. Now these going back. Those are nowhere near square. Okay, let's try again. Okay, so that can go in here. So these things may be, I think they may be too thin to really get a good grip. No, they're in there snug. Oh, but it moves whenever I adjust it there. So I gotta make sure I'm holding it down while I adjust it in. I wonder if I can do it by hand, which is one of them, sort of like that. Because the super glue should fit on. This stuff should bond almost instantly. Yeah, I'm going to try and do it by hand. Use that as a guide. I say just peel back. Let's see, that thing should be good. Yeah, so peel me a little bit back of the brown paper here. Not want to peel as easy as the plastic does. There it goes. Fold that back. If I right in there. I think I'll be able to get that. I'll probably leave fingerprints everywhere, but that's my plan. Let's see how it goes. Okay. Get my glue out. Okay, yeah, I smeared some on the edge of there. Okay, so you wind up there and press. And I'm going to give this another full 10 seconds, make sure I got every opportunity to make it work right. Okay. Now let's get it out. Okay. Nope. There it went. Alright. I'm done. I didn't think I'd have much luck with that. Once that stuff starts falling apart, I can tell the frustration is going to be epic. But I made at least a run at it, and it might have been better if I'd had a little more beef on the if it was a little bit thicker plexi. But let's see how this turned out now. See if everything's set up enough to twist you back. Yeah, there we go. Nope. Should have given it another 5 minutes. Okay. Alright, so I will give it another 5 minutes, and I'll be right back and show you the end results. Okay, that's 5, maybe 10 minutes. But, okay, it's staying in place. Yeah, that's a nice little scene. That's, and for, was this day 5 or 6? 5 to 6 hours work, that's not bad. Nice little details on there. See behind the counter a little bit, but not much. Peek in the window to see what's on sale, I guess. Yeah, that's a fun little scene. I'm digging the aesthetic there. It's got a, of course, the pink and light blue candy shop vibe. Yeah, I think like that. I've got one more of these sets that I've bought, but I definitely think that this is going to be worth investing in some more. They were, I think, only about $15 to $20. They were pretty cheap, considering the amount of pieces and the time it takes. This was so I think definitely going to look into getting some more of these, because like I say, I had fun with it. It's these builds are always, you make all these little tiny pieces and you don't see anything, then all of a sudden, boom, it's done. You've got the full scene. It's all set. So I do like that. I think I've had one that really drug out, where it took me a long time to actually put all the pieces together. That one went one of the magic houses, where it's just all the pieces kept going and going and going. But yeah, I'm pleased with the results on that. So, but I've been talking about this for a couple of weeks now, ever since I bought the Rocker Spaceport. Coming up next is the Marble Run Link Pack from Rocker. Going to combine the Marble Night City and the Marble Spaceport into one. And if I can turn this light off so you can see it looks like it might have come with lights. I just lost my display. Yeah, looks like those lights are new. I don't know if that's included in the set or if that's just something they added on to make it look better. It appears it does have a battery, so I'm hoping it has another motor in it, because that other motor wasn't quite enough oomph to get it going. Somebody had mentioned that where I use the lubricant instead of the wax, that the lubricant's stickier, so it's got some more viscosity or something to allow it to. So I might have to try and strip some of that down as part of my maintenance routine. This gives very little information about the whole thing. It's got, tells you you have to USB power, but there's no, I haven't found any, piece count or, anything else on here. There's no, difficulty level. I guess they assume if you've done those other 2 marble runs that you've got the difficulty down. But like I say, we'll start up on this tomorrow, get it unboxed, and take a look at, I say, it doesn't appear to be that many pieces. So we'll get this unboxed and take a look at it. I'll go through, do my maintenance on my other 2, trying to get them up and running perfectly. And then we will get this thing assembled. I don't know, like I say, without any knowing how many pieces and everything it is, it'd be, could be 2 days, could be 10 days. But I'm guessing 2 to 3 days getting everything up and running and going. But like I say, we'll find out together once we get rolling. So that's coming up tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that. I'm excited about doing that. I like the marble runs. But like I say, last look at today's from a little bit more distance. Like I say, I guess it's designed to go in the corner of the shelf so you don't never see the back side here. If you put that in the corner, that's all you're going to see. So that works for me. I think that's going to go down there in my storage room with everything else, and that looks like that glue is slowly drying. If you'll recall, the glue in there it stayed white once I put the candy dish together, and it looks like it's slowly getting more translucent. But anyways, I'll cut it off there. Even with all my rambling, it should be a fairly short video. So thanks for watching, everybody. Like, subscribe, comment, complain, share. Do whatever you want to with all that. Be good to one another. Stay safe. And I'll see you next time. Bye.